find some of these energy opportunities. It's leaving many people spinning, trying to figure out where do you go, what do you do, and what's the plan moving forward. The government has come out and pushing energy efficiency. The utilities are pushing energy efficiency, trying to, in fact, limit their energy usage so they don't have to build as many power plants. This might be considered the carrot, the subsidies that exist in this market, and looking at ways that we can do what's necessary to save that. So as a result, most utilities are providing credits as much as 0.8 cents or 8 cents to 14 cents per kilowatt hours, providing significant improvements. Government tax deductions will lead up to about $1.80 per square foot on a whole energy improvement if you could reduce the energy usage to the mandated levels. Significant dollars, not to mention the 30% tax credit for renewables that are available for on-site power generation. These energy credits and subsidies can be available for demand reduction of energy use. This is demand response. It's a growing segment of the market. 3 different levels, certainly the energy efficiency, the generation, and then the management comes on the demand response side. We'll be looking at each one of those options here today. Here's an example of some of the energy subsidies, what are the carrot that exist in the market today. We've got on these improvements, whether it's lighting, and this is just an example from San Diego Gas and Electric. Most utilities have some form or another very, very similar to this, where they'll provide one-time payment based upon annual energy savings. In lighting, for instance, you provide lighting improvements and reduce that energy use. In 1 year, for 100,000 kilowatts of electricity, kilowatt hours of electricity, you'll be provided 5-cent credit to go against that. AC and refrigeration, certain types, 15 cents. Motors and fans, 9 cents. Again, different programs for different uses and different opportunities. Many of these are going to be measured in audited programs. There's a system and process to encourage use in the saving of energy. The other part of this is to reduce its use and take advantage of some of the demand response options where the utility will pay you to be responsive to their energy needs and reduce that. Each utility has its own program. It has its own carrot, so to speak, to help you take advantage of this, and working with the government and the subsidies will make energy efficiency possible. One of those possibilities lies in the energy efficiency tax deduction. Looking to the left there, a couple different building sizes from 50,000 to 200,000 square feet. If you could provide a significant reduction of the energy use of 50%, then the government on a 50,000 square foot building will provide $90,000 tax deduction for the improvements that are made, all the way up to $360,000 on a 200,000 square foot building. If you can provide a partial on any one of the system components there, either the indoor lighting, the HVAC hot water system, or the building envelope, at 16.6, and you provided a tax benefit on a 50,000 square foot building, or 30,000 all the way up to 120,000 on a 200,000 square foot building. Again, the government is behind this, the utilities are working it, and the demand response programs, interesting way of looking at it. Certainly the thermostat police, whether it's at home or at work, everyone's going to be a little bit more focused on energy use, and particularly if you have the opportunity to take advantage of demand response. That can be found in some base interruptible programs where they have the ability to limit the electricity, some of the capacity bidding for the energy, peak pricing in the event of emergency, or critical peak pricing schedule. There's a number of different programs and opportunities to take advantage of. Reducing the demand can generate a reward of $7 per kilowatt on a monthly bill as a credit, and then additional savings when needed. This is a prearranged contract that pays monthly for the right to call upon a reduced energy use. Now, in order to do this, you have to have a system of controls in order to limit that use and effectively manage your electrical use to meet the utility needs without compromising your needs. And again, that's technology. Various programs are available and various opportunities. Trying to tailor one specifically to your business and your building, your opportunity is certainly a need. And understanding the energy bill and its use is interesting. The concept of demand and energy use. Your bills are separated between demand and facility charges and also energy uses. This is an example of some of the gross cost of electricity among a number of different utilities, from the Los Angeles Department of Water and Power, PG&E, SCE, SDG&E, and SMUD. And what you're looking at in the blue is the energy component. In red is the demand component. These are demand charges. And what your demand charge does is that's the highest energy use that you might have for any 15-minute increment of energy usage, and that sets the stage for each monthly billing. So if you use your highest energy use for that 15 minutes is going to determine the rate for all of these demand and facility charges. So if you can limit that extraordinary use, then you will save significant money in addition to whatever energy uses you might save throughout the month, because these peak times will reduce charges for all times. But again, you need the controls to know where you are and where you can save and when you might be unnecessarily going over that. And these will provide opportunities for demand response programs as well. We're entering a new era in energy management, and certainly we've come up with all sorts of different programs, acronyms, and opportunities to deal with energy. We've got real-time pricing, we've got time of use pricing. You're going to hear a lot more about all these. Demand buybacks, DBID, demand bidding available, direct load control, your DLC or your DSG, which is dispatchable standby generation, or INT for interruptible generation, blackout protection. Certainly, back in 2001, we wish we had some of those. Or who could forget EDR, event-driven demand reduction, or PDDR, predetermined demand reduction. Energy has certainly gotten confusing, frustrating, and obviously expensive. But what we need to do is avoid, involuntary curtailment, but certainly we don't want involuntary curtailment, and we'll avoid that by generating good, effective energy use. Now, one of the interesting changes as technology moves is it's changing the way energy is generated. Green has to do with not necessarily the environment, but the financing and the cash flow.